We from around here.
Yeah, they say we from the hood. We don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? He say he down with the bitches and hoes.
Gluckman, I know Gluckman. Shit, nigga, I'm gonna vote for him. Like, yo, stupid. Yo, let me bring this in. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all already know what's good, y'all. What's good, y'all. What's good, y'all. What's great. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. This is episode 113. I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild. I'm joined with my co-host, my brother from another mother. Blood couldn't make us any closer. One of the best photographers in the world, my brother Santana. Say something to the people.
What's going on? What's going on? Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all here with us. As always, we got a jam-packed show for y'all, and we just gonna get right into it.
Shit, you already know. We over here, we trying to get our ballots ready so we can vote for Gluckman. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Holler back, player.
Put money in his coffer. You know what I mean? Put money on his books.
Shout out to King Prince in the building already. Already send that love. Shout out to King Prince. Show some love, support in the show. As always, appreciate you. Gotta start it off right. Gotta start it off right, brothers. Appreciate you as always. One of our day one badge holders in the building. Again, y'all tap into the membership in the page. Get your badges, different access, different membership, different access. So make sure you tap in. Links is in the bio. Links is in the page as well. Shout out to Ebony Fire in the building. Shout out to Winter Breeze in the building. Shout out to Culture Talk in the building. Shout out to IK Lover in the building. Shout out some of our day ones already in the building. Y'all already know we're going to start this off right. First segment of the night, popular opinions. This segment, again, is brought to you by OUV Records. Y'all see it right there. Make sure you go to Instagram at OUV Records. The label motto is create, document, and inspire. Stay in tune to the latest music and merchandise. First question of the night, popular opinions. Remember, y'all, this is not our questions. These are the world questions. So make sure y'all stick to the answers in the questions, y'all. All right, first question of the night. Favorite actress on this list. Favorite actress on this list. Number 1, Zoe Kravitz. Number 2, Keke Palmer. Number 3, Zendaya. Number 4, Journey Smollett. Let us know what y'all think in the chat. Stay active in that chat. We love y'all. Why am I so close looking? That's
Keke, Zendaya,
and Journey Smollett. I already know who I'm going with this one. I ain't gonna hold you. Cause to me, one of these ladies take any role and take it to the next level. Shout out to my brother Biggs in the building. Shout out to Biggs in the building. Make sure you in that chat, Biggs. Hit that like button as well. Everybody's on fire with that like button tonight.
I'm gonna go with Keke Palmer, son.
You going with Keke? Why Keke?
I like her take on roles, like her approach on roles. I mean, like, they're very, very believable. She's very good acting. Like, she doesn't get a lot of roles like that. I don't know why, but she definitely should. And the role she definitely gets, she does a phenomenal job on that list.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with Keke Palmer.
You going with Keke? Do you love me? Nah. For me, I gotta go with Journey Smollett, bro. I gotta go with Journey. Journey has done movies and shows that just without her, I don't think any of these actresses could replace her. And like, there's not one role that I could think of off the top that any of these actors played that that Journey can't do and take it to the next level. Like the movie Temptation, right? It was watchable because of Journey. You know what I'm saying? When we look at one of our favorite shows, but only was on for one season, Love Country Craft. She displayed what a melanated woman would do in them situations when the big I don't want to say little, but the big monsters is tearing the crib up, and the dude was like, "Yo, baby, in order for us to survive, you got to get to the whip." You know what I'm saying? I'm her. uncle hurt. He kind of old too. He running on a flat tire. Like, yo, we need you to get to the whip, bring the whip around front, and we can make a run for it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to make that run for it. Yo, Journey hit. She hit the streets like grease lightning, bro. Like she full, like just all. She was all this right here, all this right here. The monsters was jumping from tree to tree trying to catch her. Like, oh nah, hold on, like we gonna catch you tonight. She was cooking down the street. So this rose to me that Journey just she takes me to a place, you know what I'm saying, where everybody knows my name. You know what I'm saying? Like just you know what I'm saying. So I gotta go with Journey on this. All these actresses are solid. Like I think Zendaya is really good, but I think she's a bit overrated in my opinion. Kiki, I like Kiki's approach. I like Kiki in the movie with Jordan Peele. I liked her in that as well. And I liked her in the longest, is it not the longest shot? Long shots. I think it's long shots. I liked her in that. And a couple other things that she did. She did the TLC biopic. She played a good Chili. Zoe is good. Zoe Kravitz is good, but I gotta go with Journey on this. In the chat, just landed. Oh, yo, Biggs just landed. He up in the Florida. All right, all right. Um, so I'm seeing. I went with Journey Smollett. You went with Kiki Palm. I'm seeing Journey Smollett in the chat. I really like Zendaya and Journey though. Three was, and I'm seeing Zendaya as well. The rest of the world at 37% went with Kiki Palmer. What do you think about that?
Like I say, she's very believable. I like her as an actress. Like she could definitely do a lot more roles. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I give Kiki her props. I think Kiki the type of actress to me that could play in Friday and then switch it up and play in something like well we'll probably never see her in this movie. She could play in a movie like a Die Hard or what's the movie Mission Impossible. I could see her in something like that as well. I don't know if we're gonna get the chance to see her something like that, but Journey, bro, she be taking me on a journey, just me personally. So I gotta rock with Journey. All right, but the rest of the world spoke 37% Kiki Palmer. All right, moving on to our next popular opinion questions. Biggest simp, biggest simp in the movie on this list. Biggest simp in the movie on this list. Y'all again type in the chat. Number one, Vic Van, the movie Deep Water. Number two, Sam Rothstein, Casino. Number three, Forrest Gump in Forrest Gump. Number four, Edward in the movie Pretty Woman. Again, let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. What they say. Let me know what y'all think in the chat.
I'm gonna have to go with Sam Rothstein, son.
Yo,
You know,
yo,
son,
yo.
decked out with jewels and fur and all types of baguettes. You know what I'm saying? Carrots. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, gave her $1 million. Nah, son. Biggest
Cash,
in the world, son.
cash. Just stack it.
Even the banker was like, you sure you trying to do all this? Like, I know mad clients and they don't be trusting their wives like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I give
Yeah.
them a way out and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm with you, bro. I'm not even going. Yeah, I'm pause. I agree with you, bro, because he was so blind to the fact. Even when he caught his shorty red-handed, like like for those who didn't see Casino, y'all, this man caught his wife red-handed with another dude, right? Mind you, this dude was a bumski, right? But when he catches the wife with the dude got on a new Gucci fit from head to toe. Mind you, this is 70s style. You know what I'm saying? So you know that Gucci fit was hella Gucci fied. So it was a real Gucci from head to toe. He got him a new Cadillac or a Benzo, some real sporty. You feel me? Then he got on the Jewel Santana, the new chain, the new rollies at the time, the pinky ring. He out there stunting hard every single time. Mind you, he caught her a few times with the dude. And every single time, Gucci down, like Gucci down. You know what I'm saying?
He leaving away with something. You know what I'm saying?
He, he leaving with something, yo. And then he tried to talk to Sam, yo, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? This, like, yo, it's me and you, baby. You know what I'm saying? We could go all the way with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's
Yeah.
saying, like, what? Like, I'll kill you, B. Mind you.
They was on the phone with her, giving her a pep talk in her bridal gown, son. Disrespectful, son.
A whole pep talk, y'all. If y'all haven't seen the movie Casino, you have to see the movie Casino just for Sam Rothstein and his simpage alone. The dude Vic Van was hella simpage in the movie Deep Water as well. It was played by dude that was married to he played Batman. He was married to he's divorcing J Lo. You know what I'm talking
You
about?
talking about Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck. Ben
Deep
Affleck in this
Water.
movie. Hella simpy. Like every time his wife go out for new dudes to
Oh
smash.
yeah. Nah, but this top tier, next level setting up the simping to, like, I don't know. Nah, this one was just all the way bad, son.
So Forrest don't get no votes on this?
Nah, he ain't simp. He ain't simp. You know what I'm saying? He ain't
You,
sell no bread. He was just chasing her for love. You know what I'm saying?
but he did take care of that lifestyle though. You know what I'm saying?
Towards the end, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Towards the end, when they finally got up, this nigga took care of her for a minute.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Had a
That's
daughter. You know what I'm saying?
a fact.
And situated her escape route.
That's a
She had
fact.
to run to the bank to get the
Jewels.
bread. To get the million. You know what I'm saying? Like,
The
she's like,
Jewels
yo,
was
hurry.
the,
Had the cop escort and shit. Like,
the Jewels was in the crib, you know what I'm saying? Then they gotta go get the cash at the bank, you know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
So she cleared one and the other out and it was over, you know. So what about Edward and Pretty Woman? Because mind you, he was a whole business mogul, took a straight hooker from the streets and turned it into his wife that he couldn't live without. Like,
Reason why I can't give him simp of the year, only because that's the beginning of his simping. You know what I'm saying?
uh-huh,
His eventual simping gonna be Sam Rothstein. You know what I'm saying?
uh-huh,
So
uh-huh.
that's why I can't give it to him yet, because he's on the beginning stage of the simp life. You know what I'm saying? Which we already see in Sam Rothstein, where that simp life goes. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah,
only
yeah.
reason I can't give it to him, even though it's just super egregious. Like,
Yeah,
this
it
nigga,
is. It is. It
like, what?
yeah, it
Is
is.
this a fantasy y'all women be having? This is horrible.
Yeah, yeah. But the part that always killed me is when he rolled up on the boyfriend, and the boyfriend is Gucci down to the socks with the Jewel Santana, and he was just trying to coach everybody like, yo, everybody gotta play their part, you know what I'm saying? Straight from the start, you know what I mean? So it's like, so me personally, I gotta go with Sam Rothstein from Casino. My brother went with Sam Rothstein from Casino. The chat is going with the Casino guy. They basically talking about Sam Rothstein. I'm also seeing Edward for Pretty Woman. So, King Prince said 4. Big said Forrest Gump. GF for Forrest Gump. The rest of the world at 46%. At 46%. That's a high average. At 46% said Sam Rothstein. What do you think about that?
Top level simp of the year, son. Like, so we have too many examples of simping in movies. So we should not, you know what I'm saying, fall victim to that. But then again, you know what I'm saying, we all human beings at the end of the day. We do make mistakes.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment. Shout out to IDM. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Oh, Odom. Sorry, Odom. IDM. Let's see. IDM. Odom. Shout out to you. Appreciate you tapping in. Don't be weird. Show love. We love, and we appreciate you. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment. Hollywood need to ask us. We brought up this segment because Hollywood has given us a whole bunch of movies we didn't ask for. We got better ideas. So you want to start this one off?
Nah, you could go ahead.
All right, so I want to see Hollywood need to ask us. I want to see a Michael Jackson vampire movie where Michael Jackson is playing the vampire, and every time he kills somebody, he has to do perform a song and do like a moonwalk after he's finished. I'm joking, y'all. I'm kidding, y'all. I'm kidding. All right, Hollywood need to ask us. I actually want to see a new version of a little league football movie, but like a little bit more serious. Like I love Little Giants. That movie was so popping, but it was a comedy, right? And it was dope. But it like when I played little league football or Pop Warner football, playing Pop Warner football was serious. It was real life. It was like you going to the army or a soldier's life. You know what I'm saying? Like we was out there serious, and I want to see a movie based on that serious, based on that grit, that heart, that energy. It's like kind of gridiron gang. Remember the Titans type of feel to it, seriousness, but just Pop Warner style. So
Mhm.
that's the type of movie I want to see. I think we need a new type of. We need football movies. Like, what happened to the football movies? Like, we need new versions of that. That's what I want to see. What do you think
Nice,
about that?
nice, nice, nice. Yeah, definitely a coming of age football movie is definitely needed for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
That'll be lit. For me, Hollywood definitely need to remake. I want to see a remake of Full Metal Jacket because of how pivotal that movie was during that time it came out. We had the Vietnam War and a whole bunch of these skirmishes. I would love to see a remake, not so much as the Stanley Kubrick aspect, but a remake of the psychological warfare that's plaguing our soldiers now. You know what I'm saying? With
hmm
all the skirmishes and wars that we done had over the years, nobody's asking our soldiers, "Hey, are you good?" Like,
yeah,
well, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
you went out there, shot up a couple people, you know what I'm saying? Captain Howard told you to go see this, you know what I'm
See a
saying?
therapist.
Go see a therapist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I definitely want to see a movie on the psychological effects of our soldiers now, since we had so much data and research from all the wars since Vietnam. There should be more care and more emphasis on our soldiers' psyche. So I'd love to see a movie on how war definitely affects people in many different ways. So definitely want to see a movie affect showcasing the effects of war in modern age and how we deal with it today.
yeah, yeah. That would be dope. That would be dope. They saying in the chat, no Full Metal Jacket is cool, but they will mess the movie up.
Um, well, the only reason I said Full Metal Jacket was it was like one of the best depiction of like the psychology of war, like what it takes for you to become a regular Joe Schmo that just decided to join the army and now become a killing machine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you
yeah,
joining the army, you're not going to be you gonna get brotherhood, yes, but you going to kill people. Like, let's
yeah,
be a hundred. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like you when you
yeah.
get medals, it's because you killed a lot of people. Like
Mhm.
you ain't make the best stewed chicken. That's why you got the Medal of Honor. You ain't make the best bed in the bunks. That's why you
Yeah.
got the Medal of Valor. No, you was out there, you know what I'm saying? Dropping
hmm
bodies. So coming back home and taking that much life, it has to have a toll on you. So I would love to see the modern age approach on these old age effects. You know what I'm saying? Because wars are something that's been around since like dawn of time. So what are we doing to protect the psyche of our soldiers when they come back home?
Yeah, that would be fire. I think that would be fire. I think that would be fire. Shout out to Patrick Torres in the building.
I say
Uh,
for me, I say if you done did a tour, two tours, you should just have a pound of weed just delivered to your crib, just
on the
cause.
right, on the right.
Just cause. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
need to blow it down so you can relax, be cool, and nobody say nothing to you because you know what I'm saying? You came home.
yeah,
So here's a pound of weed. Just be, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Here's mad munchies and be cool.
Some shit that got into me when I was out there. You know what I'm saying? I get my FICA check, I get my health check. And I get my
Don't look at me like that. It's not the heroin. They ain't never did me like that. Like, whoa, bro. And they never said what bro had. I think he had the him or something. Like, I don't know what was it, son.
Yo, he had the super hammer, like he had the pause, like he had a lot going on. Like Skip was just nodding off in midday, like just pick
He
stick
said
in the
he said he
flow.
wake up in cold sweats. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, shout out to that movie, yo. Like that movie is such a classic, bro. Dead Presidents. For those who don't know what we're referencing the movie Dead Presidents. That movie is such a classic, yo. But yeah, that's a great idea. I would love to see that. That would be popping, man. All right, moving on to our next segment. Again, don't forget to hit the membership portion of our page. We've got memberships and the links in the bio and off page as well. So make sure y'all tap in different memberships, different access. We're moving on to our must see segment, must see movies, must hear music, must see or classic TV show. You want to start this one off?
All right, chat. You know, I always have a theme for my shows, for my movies, and this one is it's no different. But this one it's a little close to home. So these are my childhood movies that I've always loved watching anytime they came on TV, or if I had the back then VHS, you know what I'm saying? These were the movies I would watch faithfully till the damn VHS burnt out, right? So the first movie on the list is Willow. Came out in 1998, 1988. My fault. So these gonna be some old Jones. You know
Old
what I'm
joint,
saying? Some
old
old,
classic.
but some goodies. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't remember TBS dinner in the movie. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't remember that. You don't, do they even got TBS anymore? Y'all don't even got that. So
He
first
said,
on the list is,
"You said dinner in a movie, yo. That was the slogan. That's wild. Dinner in
bro, that was one of the shows. They had dinner in the movie, and they'll show you movies, and you get your dinner on. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So first on my list is Willow. It came out in 1988. So it stars Warwick Davis. Val Kilmer plays the greatest, uh, name of an act of a character ever in the movie, Mad Mardigan. You know what I'm saying? That's the illest name ever, son. You know what I'm saying? Dope character right there. Joanne Wally, Julie Peters, Gene Marsh, Kevin Pollak, Billy Party, Marley Holive, Patricia Hayes, and Gavin O'Henry. What can I say about this movie? It's just a classic. It's just a classic 80s movie, nostalgia for real, where there wasn't that much CGI. Everything um was done right on set. So you'll see practical effects, and it's just a great, phenomenal movie. Like, you'll love this one. So it's a great adventure fantasy movie, and it's a classic for sure. Next one on the list is one of my favorites because I was into karate. So next one on this list is Three Ninjas Strike Back. Came out in 1994. Stars Max Elliott Slade, Sean Fox, Victor Wong, Caroline Joan King, Michael Trainer, Margarita Franco, J. Evan Bonifant, and Dustin Nugent. What can I say about Three Ninjas Strike Back? Classic, three brothers. If you've seen the first one, they have their grandfather who teach them ninjutsu. Something happens to their grandfather, and then they gotta go to Japan to go handle some shit. This is the first time where I've ever seen a movie where the kids commit fraud and nobody even say
They
nothing.
say nothing, bro.
Cause how you buy tickets to Japan and y'all some little kids?
They say nothing. Had the money to buy the tickets and all that. Like, not to mine.
Didn't even question it.
Like,
You know what I'm saying? This the 90s. So copping the ticket to Japan back then must have been like 2 bands.
for three kids. My,
3 jits.
and nobody said nothing.
Nobody say nothing.
Situated a car rental from the joke to the high speed and all that. I just watched the movie the other day.
All of that. How you get a hotel? You know what I'm saying? Don't speak the language. Three Niggas Strike Back is a dope movie. You just gotta watch that shit. It's such a classic. And last one on my list, another classic. You just gotta love this one. It's the Goonies, of course. You know what I'm saying? Came out in 1985, family adventure movie. Stars Sean Astin, Josh Brolin, Corey Feldman, Jeffrey Cohn, Q Hugh Kwan, Kerry Green, Martha Plimpton, Joey Palladino, John Mustaches, Robert Davey, Ann Ramsey, and Cyndi Lauper. Classic 80s movie about a bunch of kids that um trying to save their home. You know what I'm saying? And they follow this old legend and they get into a bunch of shit. So you got, if you ain't see the Goonies, you gotta watch the Goonies because it's just a classic 80s movie, nostalgia. I don't think y'all youngins got nostalgia movies, so y'all gotta tap into the oldies to get that nostalgic feel. And the Goonies is definitely one of them. So my childhood movies are Three Ninjas Strike Back, the Goonies, and Willow.
The Goonies was trying to save what they was trying to save the Goon Nest or something like that. What was the area called again?
No, they're trying to save they what was it? Because one of their parents' cribs was about to get foreclosed on. They ain't have no more bread. It was about to move and shit.
Nah, they was trying to save the whole hood. Cause you remember all of them their parents sold their cribs.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was called the Goon Nest or the Goon Knot. It was something crazy. They was like, yo, cause Lil Austin was like, yo, and we go put Troy's bucket. You know what I mean? It's all over, baby. You know what I'm saying? Out there, try to get this shit.
Oh, that's why he gave him that speech. Oh, yeah. When you look up in the sky, you see some other towns. I was like, damn, I felt, bro. He just trying to stay with his men.
Oh, son, stop playing, son. He said, when I look up in the sky, the next time it's going to be in another town, in a foreign place.
I was like, damn, so that shit kind of hurt. He just trying to stay with his mans in them.
Yo, I forget what the spot was. It was called the Goon Docks or something like that, and they was trying to say the whole spot or whatever.
They want the whole hood. They want y'all all up out of this, man.
You know what I'm saying? The Last Dragon is a classic. That's for sure. The Last Dragon is a classic. Bruce Lee, right? That's a super classic, boy. That's the joint right there. One of the best villains ever in any movie. You know what I'm saying? My boy Show Nuff. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Show Nuff. One of the best villains to ever do it. Roll around and shoulder pads, just looking for beef, just set tripping. You know what I'm saying? Talking about who's the baddest. Who the baddest mofo around this town? In the movie theaters, where all the real goons in New York City be at, he went to that movie theater and tried to set it off. Like, what's happening? Pulled up like, what's happening? I'm taking seats, talking about what's happening. Forget Bruce Lee. Forget the Bruce Lee movie. What's happening? They had dudes, big brolic dudes with the crop top. I don't know how that was tough back in the day, but you know, mad belly, mad fat back, and just halter top going on back in the 80s. I don't know how that was tough, but you know, sure enough was handling all of them. But I tell you one thing. The only person that sure enough don't got on nobody is Three Ninjas Snyder. I'm just putting that back out there. Yo, can't mess with Snyder. If you ever seen Three Ninjas, you can't mess with Snyder. Yo, I'm gonna say it. If I said it once, I'm gonna say it twice. Snyder is the best villain from the 90s. I will argue that all day.
He had the 3-piece suit on, all white, with the brown hush puppy, son. Conducting business, my nigga. With the briefcase.
You know what I'm saying? And got ninjas. You feel me? Just hella ninjas. And none of his ninjas can mess with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, Snyder had mad ninjas. He had at least hundreds of ninjas. None of them can mess with Snyder, bro. With the slick back. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get slapped in the face with the slick back. You know what I'm saying? You're going to take an eye out, kid.
Man, greasy slip back. You know what I'm saying? Talking to old pops like, yo, get him off my back.
Yo, Snyder had no remorse. He beat on the old man, son. He don't care, son.
He helicopter kicked him in the air, bro.
And he kidnapped kids.
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Snyder is a villain for real.
Villain. You know what I'm saying? What he told Grandpa? Take the money. Don't make me have to kill you. Like, yo, who does that on a handshake, bro? Like, yo.
That's a good deal right there. You know what I'm saying? That's a hella good deal. Take the money.
He was like, yo, all you gotta do is just get your son-in-law off my back. Don't make me have to kill you. Like, I'll take your heart out, old man. Like, yo, Snyder is a whole nother level of villain, yo. So if y'all never seen Three Ninjas, I'm telling you, Snyder popping. So, but
Top tier, son. I'm about to
I,
go watch Three Ninjas again. I gotta get to see Snyder at work, son. It's been a long time since I seen him bust a move.
bro, I used to think part two was a little bit better because they, because you had just mentioned that they went to Tokyo. But the second one, he wasn't messing with Snyder, bro.
Yeah. It had some OB, but he wasn't no goon.
He wasn't.
Snyder was a
Oh,
villain, son.
come on, like all it took was for Colt to throw the little pin in his water pistol, and he caught a dose of reality. Snyder, you had to. What Grandpa told you, like,
He
yo,
had to throw the little pebble in like, yo, bro, son. That's how you have to take Snyder out? Nah, son. Everybody loses, son.
yo, what Grandpa told the pops, he's like, yo, it takes a ninja to break this man. Like, he dangerous, B. Like,
That's why none of the ninjas could fuck with Snyder, because they ain't have grandpa training for that little tidbit right there. You know what I'm saying? None of them had that training. That's why they couldn't bump with Snyder. You know what I'm saying?
yo, Snyder hands down my favorite villain from the '90s, y'all. All right, yo, those are some fire movies. Make sure y'all go tap into my brother's movies. Those are some fire movies. My must see three movies. Number one came out in 2006, directed by Phil Giroux. This cast: Dwayne the Rock Johnson, Jade Yorker, Sentu Taze, Exhibit, and Mo Ray. This movie is called Gridiron Gang. This movie is actually based on a true life movie uh, where a caseworker that works, well, caseworker slash, I would get the exact title, that works at like the facilities for youth, like for the youth that at trouble youth that's in the YA or whatever. They form a football league to kind of save or give them like a last chance type of deal, and they go through the football program, and they become better people, and you have to see the rest of the movie. I won't ruin it for you, so make sure you tap into Gridiron Gang. Next must see movie came out in 1993, directed by Adrian Lane. This movie stars Robert Redford, Demi Moore, Woody Harrelson, Billy Bob Thornton, and Oliver Pratt. What an all-star cast. This movie is called Indecent Proposal. Fire movie. This movie is about a young married couple. They go on their honeymoon. They having a great time, love, sex, and they meet a billionaire. And the billionaire in the 90s hit different. And the billionaire asks the simple question to this married man: what if I propose? And you have to see the rest of the movie. I won't ruin it for you. So make sure you tap into Indecent Proposal. My third must see movie came out in 1999, directed by Richard Preach, that stars Forrest Whitaker, Tom Sizemore, Sean Hasty, Mary E. Master Tironi, and William Sandler. This movie is called Witness Protection. This movie is about um, had a brain freeze. I can't get the word out for some reason, but this movie's about a mobster family, and one of the guys is trying to, break away from the family and trying to avoid big charges. And you have to see the rest of the movie. I won't ruin it for you. So again, make sure you tap into Witness Protection. So again, my must see three movies is Witness Protection, Indecent Proposal, and Gridiron Gang. So make sure y'all tap into those movies. All right, moving on to our must hear section. This one I do a theme for the music portion. Y'all end up loving this. This one is R&B edition Usher. R&B edition Usher. Make sure you put these three songs on your playlist. Number one, Mars versus Venus. Number two, Do It To Me. Pause. Number three, Seduction. So again, make sure you put those 3 songs on your playlist. Again, Mars versus Venus, Do It To Me, pause, and Seduction. So make sure you tap into Usher's songs on the must hear. Moving on to our must see or classic TV show or documentary stand up. What do you have for us today, bro?
Got a dope show for you. It's a must see. I think it is. It's called Da Vinci's Demons. It's a show that came out on Stars when it was popping. It only had 3 seasons. Once again, Stars just be chopping they good shows. I don't know why they do that, but this one is called Da Vinci's Demons. Stars Tom Riley, Laura Haddock, Blake Riston, Laura Pilver, Greg Chillen, Elliot Cohen, Iris Varis, Hera Hilmer, Carolina Guerrera, James Faulkner, uh, Kira Bow, and Tom Bateman. Basically about the young life of Leonardo da Vinci in the 15th century Italy as he's coming about. This is in his early days when he had inventions and stuff like that. And it was just an interesting take on how Leonardo da Vinci became who he was. And throughout the 3 seasons, they try to depict his growth and how he developed into such a such an inventor and creator. A dope series. Should have gave it at least 2 more seasons, but again, stars just be chopping off their feet. So Da Vinci's Demon is definitely something you want to tap into. Again, it's on Stars. Has 3 seasons, so you could run through it real fast.
Yo, that's fire. Yo, Stars is known for cutting their nose despite their face, bro. Is they the best at doing that when it comes to networks. Again, y'all hit that like button, mash that subscribe button, and that all notification. But dope show choice. Make sure y'all go tap into that. My must see or classic show is actually a documentary. Came out in 2009, directed by Billy Cabin. This documentary is called The U, and it documents the University of Miami in their heyday from the late 80s through the 90s through them 2000s, where they put together one arguably the best college football team ever of all time, where they had so many draft picks. Those guys went on to be high impact players for a long period of time. And this is a great documentary. There's actually a part 1 and a part 2 version of it. I include all of it all at once. So that is a must see. So make sure y'all tap into the U documentary. All right, moving on. What do you think? Remember? Well, I know you remember the U, but tell the people how impactful the U was to college football. The time that we was playing college football.
It was definitely something different. Now 2001, 2002, 2003 will go down in history. It's in the record books of how many NFL prospects came out of that class alone. Like it was just you had backups that became legends in the NFL. Like, you know what I'm saying? Can you imagine your starter killing in the game, but his backup is going to be a future Hall of Famer in the NFL? And that was that 2001 and if Miami team, and it was just everybody was watching it. You know what I'm saying? So it was all about the U at that time, and I love for that culture to come back again. You know what I'm saying? Miami to just bring that back and that grittiness, that toughness, that just you know what I'm saying, hard nosed football, like flashy speed. Just get out the way if you're not really about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was a special time.
I remember I played with a guy from my little league team, Skyhawks, and he played for the U. He played for the University of Miami around that time. Shout out to Leon Williams. He played at Canarsie, so I went to Fort Hamilton, and we played against him in high school. And he was supposed to go to Penn State because remember Penn State used to be linebacker U. You know what I'm saying? He was the classic linebacker at Canarsie, 6'4", 230 pounds, rocked the crazy neck roll, and he was supposed to go to Penn State. And then I think he changed his letter. He decommitted. Not, I think he decommitted from Penn State junior year, and then committed to Miami because of that influence. Because Miami was always on TV. They had the fire uniforms. You playing the best of the best. I remember guys was going to the league not just at certain positions, but damn near at every position. Guys were still going to the league without even touching the field like that. It was like, yo, he got 20 tackles of the year, and he third string. It's like, yeah, but he's still better than this dude over here that started all year that had 80 tackles on this bum ass team over here. And it was like the talent pool was so much ahead of a lot of teams. So, that was a special time. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Leon Williams. I remember again, we played in the same team. That was a crazy team because I that was the same year that Leon Williams played. Some people may know, y'all know the rapper. Well, some people, the rapper Troy Ave. Troy Ave used to play football. He played on a team, on another team. I played on one team. So it was so fun. Sean Smith. Uh, he played on the oldest team, but he was our age, but he was heavy at that time. And Sean Smith lived on my block, upstairs neighbor. Shout out to my bro Sean Smith. Probably do an interview of him on the other podcast, on the Overstand podcast. He played over 10 years in the NFL. Played for teams like Kansas City, my squad, Cowboys, Saints. So shout out to Sean Smith. So that group of kids right there ended up doing something. Not to mention it was a whole bunch of us that played high school, college, went on to do other things. Shout out to Lance Bennett, that was a standout at Poly Prep at Indiana, the University of Indiana. And he started music producing, like for the for the heavy hitters. So that was a lit crew of guys. You know what I'm saying? So shout out, man. But that you was different. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the you. So it's a must see. So make sure y'all go tap into that documentary. You got cologne for us?
Definitely got some smell good for y'all. You look good, you feel good, you smell good, you're gonna do good. This fragrance right now is called Blue Atlas, and the scent is called Atlantis. You know what I'm saying? You can't get more, you know what I'm saying? You can't get more tropical than Atlantis. You know what I'm saying? So you trying to get that cocoa breeze and the Bahama Mamas, get you that Blue Atlantis. I mean Blue Atlas, and the fragrance is called Atlantis.
Yo, make sure y'all go get that. You know what I'm saying? Get to the goal. It's all about the outcomes, baby. You want to walk in the spot smelling real good, so that way it can be easier to kick your game. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment. Y'all already know what time it is. It's time to rap. This segment is brought to you by Button Snaps, where you get classic movies, shows, documentary, and original content for your viewing pleasure of $4.99. Again, Button Snaps. First hot topic of the night. They're going to build a massive 9,000 square feet pool right next to the Manhattan Bridge, basically the East River. They're going to build a pool right there on the East River, right next to the Manhattan Bridge in New York City. It's going to be a 9,000 square feet pool in the area, but it's going to be based in the river.
What, with river water?
Yes, so they're going to be doing a filtration system that they use the river water to, clean up the water and put it back into the pool waters. The pool, they actually going to have four major pools. Where it's going to be for the adults, the kids, sports, I don't know what that means, and lounge pool.
That's the dumbest idea I ever heard in my life. What the hell are you talking about building a pool in New York? Like, we don't need a damn pool. And then on special that you using that dirty ass Hudson River? You know how many dead bodies and chemicals and you know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
it's just
clouds.
like yo, mad dirty diapers in that water. Like centuries of dirty diapers. Like get out of here, man. Like who approving this?
Mad Boo Boo t-shirts. Just in
First of all, traffic is atrocious. The MTA system is bad, but you want to build a pool.
off the Manhattan Bridge. Do y'all know how packed the Manhattan Bridge really move? And then on top of that, is because they said it's going to be in the East River. So basically, they prepare like a walk up, and it's gonna be like you could from the east. So when you get off the Manhattan Bridge, the East River is right there. So when you get to the exit, there's gonna be like a special way to get in, and then there's gonna be a walkway to this 9,000 square feet pool that they're gonna be using the river to do the filtration system on.
Yeah, I don't trust that filtration system. You're gonna grow a third leg by your earlobe fucking with that water.
Yo, that's wild. Like I'm gonna let y'all know, for those of y'all that never been to New York City, some of y'all that been to New York City that's in the chat, this is the last thing New York City needs. We don't necessarily need a pool, dog. Like that's the like you know how dirty that like how often would New York City get warm enough for just go crack it to the pool?
Come on now.
So this is like a real like this is for real like who asked for this?
This really dead ass July and August.
That's it. Maybe
That's it. Maybe.
August. You
And
know?
then don't forget when it rains too. So
So like this is like dead money wasted on something like this.
yeah, like nobody asked for that again, and then you expect the city to pay for that. Like this is crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. Shout out to James Tank in the building. Do you make music? You already know it. Just type in Ashley Lovechild on any music platform. All my music will pop up, man. I appreciate you tapping and hit that like button. I'm a UK producer. Hey man, check my email. Send me some beats, man. Send me some beats. I'll check you out. Shout out to the Orchard Beach in the Bronx. Nah, but see again, that's the last thing New York City we need, like for real. So I don't know who authorized this. I don't know who said, yeah, that was a good idea because it had to be a committee. You know what I'm saying? It had to be a committee to approve this, and I don't know who did that outside on the D block in Europe. Yo, that's lit, man. That's lit. Shout out to James Tank in the building, man. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Appreciate you tapping in. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Uh, this is more so a question than anything. Do you think college football has a sportsmanship problem? Because this past week was rivalry week, and there's quite a few teams that took the L burger, and the other team planted that flag on their field, and of course, fights was breaking out all over the place on the field. So, do you think that college football has a sportsmanship problem?
No, it has a problem with the quality of the players when they take a loss. Like you gotta be faced with adversity, and that's how you build character. That's how you uh come through adversity. Like how do you come back from that loss like that?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
didn't fight on the field,
hmm
you still took the L. So the only way you come back from that is come back stronger for the next season. And when y'all play them again, you take the W. But you're supposed to take that loss and you're supposed to, you know what I'm saying, let that eat at you and go to the locker room and, you know what I'm saying,
make you work
get
harder.
busy.
hmm
Not fighting on the field. This is just showcasing that a lack of character in the homes, a lack of character with the kids. They could be talented as fuck, but if you don't got no character, it's something that's supposed to be instilled in you. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the end result that's gonna happen. Like you're gonna lash out, be upset when shit don't go your way. You're gonna be mad when you lose. Like nah, that's not. You're still supposed to have sportsmanship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Take the loss, shake the other team's hand. I know it's tough,
yeah,
but you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Sometimes you gain respect from the team that took the win. You gain respect by you holding your head up high and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
and we did beat them, but I respect them type shit. But now we beat them. Now we got beat your ass on the court on the field as well
yeah,
too. That's two L's.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Like,
yeah,
nah. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's not really like the sportsmanship of sports itself is really the character of the team and the individuals when they come together as a team. Like
hmm
individually, you have to put that to the side and do what's best for the team. Fighting after the game is not best for the team. Trust me, son.
Yeah, yeah. Patrick Torres, who do you guys think will win the national championship? I don't know so far. It's still up in the air. This is anybody's championship. Any of them 12 teams could win, like legitimately. Legitimately. They just got to get the right matchup. Football, for people that don't know, matchups is a thing. Physicality is a thing. Playing the best football at the right time is a thing. So it's still a toss up. There's no clear cut best team. Oregon is not impressive, but they're undefeated, but they're not impressive. Very unimpressive. Texas is a solid team, but it's not clear cut. So we're gonna see. But shit, Boise got a shot. Boise got a shot as well. So, but they probably lose in the second round. But they got a shot. They got a legit shot. So I don't know, clear cut to be honest with you. But to follow up what you said, right? I don't think college football has a sportsmanship problem from the aspect of rivalries because this is what drives us to college football. I always say college football is way better than the NFL because no matter who wear the jerseys, it is up. This is what's missing from basketball is trash. It is trash. There's no competitive spirit. There's no styles. Everybody plays the same way. There's no beef. In college football, if you wear an Ohio jersey and we see you on the other side, meaning Michigan, it's up and it's stuck. If you wear Auburn jersey and somebody's wearing a Alabama jersey, it's up and it's stuck. Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, Colorado, Florida State, Miami, Florida and Miami. It's up and it's stuck. Army versus Navy is up and it's stuck. No matter who wears the jersey, it's on and popping. So that's the thing that makes one of the things that is the ingredients of why college football is so popping. So how can we say one of the ingredients that make it so popping to now we got a sportsmanship problem? Nah, like you said, and I think because we played college football, we understand if you take the L burger on your home field, you cannot then get mad that the other team plant the flag on your home field. Like you could get tight, but to fight is corny. You took the L burger. If you didn't want them to plant that flag, guess what? You would have bust ass and y'all would have won. Simple and plain. That's an easy mindset. Easy. Get off the field. You took the L burger. Get off the field. Simple and plain. Get off the field. So we seen North Carolina State fight. Of course, you're gonna see my boys Michigan, Ohio State fight. You seen Florida and uh and Florida State fight. So get off the field, my guy. Get off the field. Respect the game. Whoever wins gets to stay on the field, do their field boogie, and that's that. So I don't think we have a sportsmanship problem. I think it makes it exciting when we have this type of rivalry, but it raises a red flag on if you know that we going beef when we see this team, then it should be a suitable amount of security that knows how to funnel each team just in case a beef really break out. We've been doing this college football thing for too long. You know how many players on the team, sideline to sideline. You should know. You should have enough security to, know how to maneuver the crowd and derail the situation if it gets that out of control. And certain teams, you know, it's going to get on and popping. You just know that. So what we talking about? So again, if we thrive on rivalry, we thrive on beef, then we can't say there's a sportsmanship problem on top of that. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. This was crazy. A stowaway snuck onto Delta Airlines on a flight at JFK from New York all the way to Paris, and they didn't notice the person that landed in Paris until till the end of the flight because the person was going back and forth to the bathroom, and it was like, yo, why they must have moved to the row, and they was just, you know what I'm saying, they was over here, and it was over here, and it was like, yo, where they go or whatever. So they end up getting caught at the very end. Yo, they was busting moves on a flight, cause like, yo, So they bust these moves, and then you got caught at the end. What do you think about that?
Well, how do you first of all, how do you even get on the flight and nobody know you ain't even supposed to be there? You lucky enough they might have not had enough people on the flight where he could finesse and pretend that that was their seat. But man, that's just so much anxiety you going through every minute. Just how you even go through something like that? Like
Hmm.
that's crazy, son.
But you got to think about it though, right? When's the last time you was on a flight and the flight attendants asked to see your ticket? Like once you on the flight, you on the flight, kid. And if there's a missing seat somewhere, it's like, yo, I'm here, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my seat. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he, if there was nobody in that seat, you could have pretended. So why you keep going back and forth in the bathroom? Like, you know what I'm saying? You already have the seat. Once they close them doors, this ain't no bus. You know what I'm saying?
You
This
gotta
ain't no MTA. You know what I'm saying?
you
This
gotta
a flight. Once they close them doors, that's it. Ain't nobody else coming on. So you lucky enough to get on the flight and nobody had that seat. You sat in there, you good.
yeah.
But you was just too hot because that's mad paranoia, son. You know you ain't supposed to be on that flight. And Paris ain't around the way. You know what I'm saying? That's a long flight. So
He had to use the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Had to walk back and forth to the bathroom. Don't he? Like,
yeah, the anxiety had him with the BGs. You know what I'm saying? The bubble guts.
But they said he wasn't going to a direct seat. He was going to where, or they was going to where they was like, where they was hiding on the plane type of jump. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, man. Now
Now
you getting banned from flying forever.
forever. Like, had that been me, I'm already stashed on the plane. I'm gonna find me a little Coke bottle or something, and you know what I'm saying, and get that right if I gotta use the bathroom. But he had to have the bubble guts. You know what I'm saying? Cause ain't no way I'm coming out just to pee. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a stowaway, dog. Like, make that make sense. Like, yeah, I'm gonna come out here and just use the bathroom real quick and then go back into a little sneak spot. Like, who does that?
This ain't the N24 where you could just, you know what I'm saying, hop on the joint, pretend you ain't paid.
Yeah.
You cool. Nah, this a
The
whole flight.
N24. Yo, you stupid. The N24. For those who don't know, that's a New York City bus, y'all. That dude is stupid. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Uh, uh damn. Gilbert Arenas' son, Elijah Arenas, has reclassified so that way he could, get recruited and go on to college next year. He's actually a high school junior this year, but Gilbert Arenas said there's nothing more for him to learn in high school when it comes to basketball. He's already dominating. So he reclassified himself from being a junior to a senior so that way he could go to college this year. What do you think about that?
I mean, I guess they ain't go to Carmelo Anthony's School of Hard Knocks and Cayenne Anthony route. Bro, put in the work to be number one ranked. You know what I'm saying? So there's no question about what level you at. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Is bro ranked? What's his level? Like,
Well, Gilbert Arenas' son?
yeah, what's his
He's
level?
he,
What's
he, he's top ranked. He's top ranked. I don't know his exact number, but he's top ranked. He's top ranked. He's
so
top
what,
ranked.
you trying to leave early or something?
Yeah. So and then on top of that, he's 6'7", right? So he looks like a man amongst boys playing with them. Like he's a guard and he's killing these dudes. So instead of saying a whole nother year, because he's a junior now. He's a junior right now. And Gilbert Arenas is like, yo, you're wasting time in high school at this point. So instead of being a junior, you're gonna be a senior, my man. You're gonna do the extra classes, and now he's gonna open up recruitment so that way he could just go on to school the next year.
I mean, I guess. I mean, it ain't gonna make no sense. He's gonna be mad young going into college. Like, he ain't gonna be able to do all them other stuff that he's supposed to be able to do had he waited another year. But if the main goal is to go straight to the NBA, then yeah, I would say do that. But you gotta also make sure that you develop your son on um on the aspects of life that you wouldn't get your senior going into your freshman year of college and stuff. So we'll see how that pans out. Okay?
Yeah. I mean, it depends on how mature he is, personally. You know what I mean? From an athletic and a talent standpoint, he's ready. He's ready. Like I said, he's 6'7". His game is silky smooth. He plays like he goes hard. He goes hard. Pause. And I personally watching him play, he's ready. From a maturity standpoint, I don't know. I don't know the young man personally, but if he's ready, with the maturity, he can do it. But this is a trend. This is a new trend because now high school players are getting closer to the bag, going to college early with them NIL deals. Like we just seen that with, Colorado and the quarterback Julian Lewis. He's actually a junior this year. He's actually a junior. He was the sixth rated quarterback in the whole country as a junior. So instead of waiting till next year and to play his senior year next year, then come out, he's like, nah, I'm gonna come out this year. He reclassified, so he turned himself to a junior into a senior, and he signed with Colorado. So he's one of the top rated quarterbacks that came out of high school. So he's a Colorado Buff now. You know what I'm saying? And he's probably going to be the projected starter the next season. Shador's leaving, and he's coming for that spot. So and he signed, I think like I don't know the exact number, but it was over like $2 million as far as the NIL money. So these kids is getting paid sooner than later, which is crazy because when we was in high school, there was guys from junior high school that used to stay that extra year, so that way they would have like a competitive edge on the guys that we playing against in high school. And then I thought about it, I was like, yo, could I have reclassified as a high school junior? And I could have. Like the senior class was harder, pause, than my junior class. So I'm like, damn, when I sit back and thought about it, I was like, damn. And I felt like I was mature enough at the time to do it as well. So when you can get to that money early, I'm saying though, I'm saying, I don't know what if you had the chance to do it when you was in high school, would you reclassify from being a junior to a senior, or you just gonna not just gonna, or you gonna be like, nah, I'm gonna rock out my junior year, rock out my senior year, do all the proms and all that, well, like what would you do in that aspect if you could go
Like
back?
I rock out my junior and my senior year. Like I'm not skipping steps. Skipping steps ain't gonna get you nowhere in life, but back to square one again.
Mm,
You may start. You may take a while, but trust and believe. Skipping steps is gonna get you right back to square one. You know what I'm saying? And you want to skip steps? That's cool. But
mm,
you know what I'm saying? Skipping steps, it don't benefit a lot of people in the long run. So
mhm,
you can get to the bag right now, that's cool. But what about the financial education? What about uh staying away from the Instagram thotties? You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
Yeah, you can get to the bag quick, but if you don't got no character and nothing like that, you're gonna lose the bag.
mhm.
So, but I guess a year in high school, would that really matter in their sense? So I see why doing it would benefit them. So one more
Yeah.
year in high school for them at this stage in the game, it really don't matter.
And if he's a senior now, Gilbert Arenas' son, it'll be so fire if he goes to three places. It'll be so fire if he goes to Memphis because Penny Hardaway is the coach of Memphis, and it's Penny Hardaway, 6'7" point guard, silky smooth. He was the prototype. He could show young Arenas a little tricks of the trade, but Gilbert has he really turned his son into a baller, bro. So it'll be great to go there. My second pick, go to University California. We just spoke about it on a previous episode. Stephon Marbury Jr. is on that team. Peja Stojakovic Jr. is on that team. Or I don't think he's a junior, but that's his son. You know what I'm saying? So you go over there, you play with some other NBA kids, and they all nice. Or you go to Syracuse. Know what I'm saying? Well, I really think he should go and team up with Cayenne Anthony. And can you imagine Cayenne Anthony, Elijah Arenas, and they both get buckets. They be cooking. So I think that would be popping. Me personally, I think that would be popping because he's 6'7", bro. He's 6'7". He's not Gilbert Arenas Gilbert Arenas is barely like 6'2", 6'3", but he used to get buckets. This young man is 6'7" and get buckets. So, I think those would be some interesting places he could go and make an impact and enjoy college. So, but I tell you this, young man, college is not like high school. That's a whole nother ball game, and you're gonna enjoy school once you get to college. I tell you that much. If you do not like high school. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. The lady didn't have a seat. She used the bathroom as her seat. It was the woman on the flight. Right. Yes. It was a woman on the flight. I probably said he by accident, but yes, it was a woman on the flight. Yeah, that's still wild though, Patrick. That's still wild. That is wild. That was going back to our last hot topic. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Uh Hormel Black Label, the Hormel Black Label company that does bacon, that has the bacon brand. They released a new flavor of bacon, cinnamon toast crunch bacon. So they take the cinnamon toast crunch flavor from the cereal and put it into the bacon. They have it on sale in Walmart. What do you think about that, bro?
Nah, they just chill. You're not doing too much. Just relax. I don't think people running to this Walmart to get that, you know what I mean? That bacon glazed cinnamon. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just crazy.
Remember the old school, like this is the real breakfast you're supposed to have: cereal, bacon, eggs, fruits. Like who eating all that? That one, like yo, that's all that food is not supposed to be in your system at once. First of all, second of all, some of those things is the worst thing you can put in your body. Bacon is probably the second worst thing you can put in your body, if not the first. Let alone bread. Bread is not something you're supposed to be eating just hella bread, gobble, gobble. Like as you get older, that when it's on you, it's stuck on you. That's one of the worst things you can put in your body. So I don't know who asked for this. I don't know who okayed this, but they got it in Walmart right now, and people going crazy for the cinnamon toast crunch bacon in Walmart. So this is wild. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Video shows United Healthcare CEO was killed, named Brian Thompson. He was killed in New York while waiting outside of the Hilton Hotel, where the gunman actually rode up on a bicycle, uh, mask, shoots him, keeps riding. Do you think that was a coincidence or just a day in the life in New York City?
Not with a silencer, that's not a day in the life in New York City.
Hmm.
That's not something you just can't get no silencer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's already premeditated that you already was going out there to do the murder. So if
Mhm.
you get caught, there's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no attempt. No, you went out there to commit that murder. With a
Yeah.
silencer, there's no dispute in that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So you gotta get away clean.
Yeah.
You feel me? You
Yeah.
you must get away because once you get caught, it's over for you. It's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
So having that silencer is already an enhanced weapon, and then on top of that, you have a gun in New York. You already cooked. So
Right.
yeah,
You getting a time that you ain't never thought before. Like you getting NBA scores time. Like 130. Like you gonna get one of them type of times. Several life years, several life sentences. You gonna get. Um,
yeah. NYC hunting them down. You know what I'm saying?
hunt them down. You can't do crime in New York City like that. Like you gotta pick and choose to do your crime. They told me the last episode that there's an app that they have in New York City where you can monitor the crime as it's going on in the city.
Mm.
That's wild. So but it's not unbelievable, but that's wild though. The fact that they feel like they even need to create that app. Um, this has a lot of heavy implications to me. This is a high profile person that gets murdered in the manner that he does. That means there's something that's going on in the background that he's not jacking or that he is jacking, that somebody in the background is like, nah, we not doing that, or vice versa. So he had to go down. I think this particular murder is a much bigger piece to the puzzle of what we may find out months down the line. What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, that's a fact. Somebody put out the hit to get him not, because how you know where he was at?
You're right, right,
Somebody had to tell you.
right,
So obviously you have to be there. And then on top of that, Buddy didn't go. They said that he didn't have his phone on him. So again, somebody dropped a dime on him.
right, right.
Whoever that person is, they better be ready to haul ass, and you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because you the missing link. Because
yeah,
how he knew where he was at? Because it was like a random 6 in the morning, like hotel. He coming out of a hotel. How you knew where he was at? And it's the
right,
city, folks.
right.
Like it's you know what I'm saying? It's the
Yeah,
city, so
yeah, yeah.
you're just not gonna randomly run into your target.
Right, 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 right. It's because of New York City. Like when people say it's New York City, that's a reason because it's just New York City. Like everything is not on a schedule. You know what I mean? So it it's just New York City. So, but I think like we said, I think it's a much bigger piece to the puzzle that he was for something or against something, and there's a bigger piece. You know, the powers that be that have this situation handled. I'm moving on to our next hot topic. Coach Prime has got Colorado ranked 37 in the country from his new recruits. He signed several 5-star players and 4-star players, such as, and I'm saying these names in particular, he signed a whole bunch of kids, but these kids are supposed to be impact guys immediately. He signed quarterback 5-star Julian Lewis. He signed 5-star offensive interior lineman Chauncey Gooden. He signed defensive end who decommitted from Ohio State, 5-star London Merritt. He also signed 4-star receiver Adrian Wilson, 4-star Cornell X Farrakhan Jr. He also signed 4-star Carday Smith, offensive tackle. He also signed. They called this particular kid a 4-star as well. Christian Hudson, defensive tackle. He's supposed to be the protege of Warren Sapp. He signed 4-star Montrez Walker, middle linebacker, who's supposed to be one of the next great ones. Defensive lineman, interior defensive lineman, Alexander McPherson, 4-star, 4-star safety, Antonio Branch Jr. What do you think about that, bro?
I mean, the NILDs just gave the power to the players, so they're just gonna play for somebody who they want to play for, and that's really what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't about the school no more. It's really about the person they want to play for. So if the person they want to play for is at Colorado, they going to Colorado. If he's at no, University of Nevada, they going to University of Nevada. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So it's
yeah,
really the schools now have to get the star power, the people that these kids are looking up to, because that's where the kids is going. Because
yeah,
they ain't following a Nick Saban no more. They're not listening to no Joe Paterno. They're not listening to, you know what I'm saying? They just don't listen to you, Joe. You know what I'm saying? They just not responding to you no more. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
So that's all there really is. The power is in the players, and they're not going to a school because it's an illustrious school no more. They don't give a damn about none of that. It's really where they could impact play right now and the coaching staff that they vibe with.
and get
They
that
ain't
money
vibing with you, they out. You know what I'm saying?
and,
They going to a portal. Easy.
and get that money on top of that. They want that money, and that NIL deal is something else, man. When you put the money behind the program, you're gonna get kids. And for Deion Sanders to be in this position, I think is lit because Colorado NIL deals is still not top level. They got some money where they could be like, yeah, you come, you make your money, but we about the NFL around here. You come here like we getting you ready for the NFL. So that NIL is cool, but their NIL money don't compare to a Michigan or Ohio State, Alabama. You know the blue bloods that have that real big name as far as the finances. Miami, USC. Um, so I think it's very impactful that he's able to sign these type of caliber kids and to let you know he ain't going nowhere. And whether it's, Jackson State, whether it's, Colorado, he's able to build and build quickly. And I hope people don't continue to move the goalposts. Let this man build. Let this man get a chance to really show his style and coaching style, which I think he already has. But continue to let this man rock. Let him cook, and and in a couple years, see how this all going to play out. I think Colorado is putting itself in position to be one of the best teams in college football, and I think more kids is going to want to go there even next year. The portal was coming up. This is not even the transfer portal. This is all high school kids. This is all high school kids. They have another kid I didn't even mention on this list who's a receiver, and I believe he's from North Crowley High School. This boy is nice, super fast. I can't remember his name right now, but I think he's a 3-star, but he's really like a 4-star kid. Kid is nice, and he's really building that team. So I'm excited to see what Colorado continues to do. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Travis Hunter, they beat Oklahoma State. Colorado beat Oklahoma State 52-0. Travis Hunter had 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. But the story became the after the game. He went to go bring his woman from the crowd, get that celebratory hug and a kiss. She pumped the brakes on that and was, saying like, well, what's up with this over here? And he, was like, what you talking about? And then 2 seconds later, he had a interview to do, and his whole attitude was shifty. It just looked really bad. I know you've seen the video. What do you think about the whole situation with Travis Hunter and his lady after the game?
See, all that NIL money don't mean nothing if you don't can't pick a lady, the right lady for you. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
All that power, all that athleticism, all that stuff don't mean nothing if the woman behind you is plotting on your downfall. You know what I'm saying? So all that athleticism, all that great stuff you did meant nothing. Why is she even there? But at the end of the day, that's something that man's gonna have to make a decision on his own. Can nobody tell him about the lady he with? He has to see the red flags for whenever he can see it. Hopefully he'll see it soon enough and you know what I'm saying? Do what he needs to do for himself. But unfortunately, this is one of them lessons that he's gonna have to figure out on his own. Ain't nobody can teach you these things. You know what I'm saying? Coach Prime had one of the top thoughts last year to give y'all a whole discussion, and that definitely went over y'all head. So you know what I'm saying? This
Hmm.
a young man, and as young men, we know we always gotta go. We have to go through the fire. It's just it is what it is. So that's one of the situations. Unfortunately, he's gonna have to go through the fire for it, and he's gonna be better for it coming out of it. Hopefully, he gets out of it early where it doesn't destroy his life and destroy his career. Because a, a simple no, you know what I'm saying, can turn your whole life around. You be in jail that fast. So hopefully he wake up and get rid of her ASAP. Because ain't no way in hell it's your senior year, senior game. It's about you. You know, bust ass in the game, but somehow, some way it made about her. And you need to just hopefully regroup, figure out what you need to do moving forward, and do that accordingly and do it for self.
I couldn't agree more. Like some of the same talking points I was going to land on was anytime you deal with someone and you have a moment that's your moment and they make it about them, that's a red flag. And fortunately and unfortunately, he's a young man. He's a young man. So the fortunate part is the fact that he's a young man. Unfortunately, he got to learn this as a young man. He has to learn how to maneuver this thing called life and love. And life and love, no matter how great you are at something, could bring you down if you don't have the proper ways of dealing with this type of situation. You need some sort of mentorship to help you maneuver because this is a clear red sign. Clear red sign. This is a stop because at the end of the day, on that level, on a national level, when they cut to them, like the producers, because people that don't know that watch football, there's producers on football, They cut to him thinking they was going to catch a moment like, yo, look at Travis Hunter going to the stands, get his woman, bring her on the field. They're going to hug. They're going to kiss. He had 3 touchdowns, an interception. He solidified the Heisman. Yeah, look at this beautiful moment. And when they cut to, yeah, nah, what was that over there? And he got to explain himself like, bitch, we on national television. Like, yo, what you doing? Like, just simple. That's just simple, easy equation, easy red time. But you hit on something that's very important. When we're in situations, because we all been through a situation like that, not realizing the red flag of jealousy, not realizing the red flag of understanding your role, not realizing the red flag on having just proper decency and etiquette and coof on how to move in the public eye. When we're in love, when men, and I say this all the time, some of the ladies out there might disagree with me, but men, we love harder than women. So he has a loyalty to this woman that he developed for himself as a man. So he's not going to cut bait, especially with people dumping on her and saying things like, yo, cut bait, cut bait, cut bait. Because we're going to say it, yo, cut bait. This is a clear red sign, bro. But for him to be in the situation, it's completely different. He's going to be like, no, I'm going to show leadership. I'm going to show my loyalty, and I'm going to ride with my woman until this shit gets worse. And if they don't have the proper mentorship for him and for her, this is going to get worse. Because mind you, they live together, they got a house together, they plan to get married. I don't know if she's pregnant. There's rumors she might be pregnant. Who knows? But this young man is about to be in the NFL in months. Like we were talking about in April. We in December right now. He's going to be in the NFL come the end of April. So he could go anywhere. He could be in New York City. So if she got that energy already, and he goes somewhere like New York City, Jacksonville. What's another bad team? Carolina. These are places they have a lot of women in these places, fairly sized markets. So they need some serious mentorship if they're going to keep this together. If they don't, this is going to fall off the wheels immediately because if she does that on national television, I can't imagine what it is behind doors.
I don't deal with that embarrassment stuff in public. You want to do that? Let's do it in private. We could do that. In public, we have a certain face to uphold. You don't do that embarrassing shit in public. I don't embarrass you in public. Do not embarrass me in public. That's one thing I do not tolerate at all. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, and women have a tendency to want to do that, be belligerent in public. Like, why?
Right.
We talk about it in the car. When we together in public, we showing a united front. But in the car, we'll have a different discussion. What time you say? Yeah, you the man out here, but in there, she hurt you bad, didn't she?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. Yeah. I At the end of the day, when I look at this situation, they need some serious mentorship if they're going to keep this thing going. Me personally, this is a clear red sign. If I'm this young man's father, if I'm his big brother, if I'm a cousin and we close, I'm like, yo, bro, that's not good. Anytime somebody takes your moment and make it about them is never good. And being in your position, you're a real live brand. You're going to be in front of billionaires. You're going to be in position to make millions on top of millions. You got a bright future. You can't have somebody that don't know how to play their part.
at the end of the day, you got Coach Prime as your coach. He done been through it all. If you can't come to him for some mentorship, then bro, it's all on you. You know what I'm saying? You
And
made your bed, you gotta sleep in it. You know what I'm saying?
and speaking of that, before the game is senior day. So the sons thought it would be, thought it would be funny if they could get their moms and their pops together to take a picture. So you know how the parents walk with the sons for, on the field for senior day. You know what I'm saying? Shador and Shiloh, they like, yeah, we're gonna try to get moms and pops together, just to take this picture or whatever. So Dion walks with them down to where they taking the pictures and stuff like that. Mom Dukes is coming the other way. When Mom Dukes get close, Dion passed them on the butt and exit stage left. He didn't even want no pictures with this woman based on their history. So if that's not lead by example, then you know what I'm saying?
But see, again, perfect example. The Shador son, the sons thought it was, but they young. They
Right,
don't understand when they was going through that divorce and all that public shit that the father and mother was going through. They was young kids. So at the end of the day, it was still mom. So
right,
all the stuff she did to the father was forgiven because there was young kids. As adults now, they, you know what I'm saying? They don't realize it, but they'll realize it as they get older. You know what I'm saying?
right,
But the
right.
pops know what's up. Like, I ain't gonna be around this bitty. Like, fuck out of here.
Yeah,
You try to ruin my life and want to take a picture in public? You got me fucked up. You
yeah,
bust
yeah,
your stage living. Bro got 8 toes and still do a 4-3. So, you know what I'm saying? Let that be a lesson to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Bro
yeah.
got 8 toes and he still ain't trying to be around her. Still bust that 4-3 slant to the left.
Right, right,
You know?
right, right,
What that tell you?
right,
The women here just, at the older you get, the worse y'all get. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't got no good examples of being real women. It's sad. And then the men gotta choose from this.
right.
You got a top tier player, and that's the woman he chose. He chose her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really showing you that she looked like a bona fide IG model,
Yes,
head
you do.
to toe.
You do.
Ain't nothing unique about this bitty. Look
Mm-hmm.
like every other IG model. That is the future. You know what I'm saying? That right there.
That's certainly the right now. That's certainly the right now. So this is going to be interesting moving forward. I don't want to be the person I told you so. I actually wish them the best, but if they don't have no mentorship, it's an inevitable, and they're going to need that to be able to build and move forward. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic: college football ash picks is in. College football ash picks is in. Y'all got to mess with me if y'all trying to win some money. Last week my ash picks was 4-1. I got another 5 games for y'all to choose for this week. All right, y'all. Number 20, UNLV plays number 10, Boise State. I got Boise State to win this game. Number 16, Iowa State playing number 15, Arizona State. I got Arizona State to win this game. Number 3, Penn State is facing number 1, Oregon. I got Oregon winning this game. For some reason, Penn State does not play well in big games. I don't know what it is, but they got a solid team, but I think Oregon is going to beat them. Number 17, Clemson is playing number 8, SMU. SMU has a really good team, one of the best defenses in all of college football. But Clemson, I feel, is going to get the best of them this week. It's Clemson. They got the physicality. They have the athletes. So I think that game is going to be different for an upstart like SMU, the SMU Mustangs. So I'm going with Clemson to win that game. We got number 5 Georgia playing number 2 Texas. I think Georgia is going to play a hellified game. They're going to be solid, but Carson Beck has been very inconsistent. I got to go with Texas. Texas has Quentin Ewers. They have uh, the Manning nephew. So I think Texas, from their defense, their steadiness on offense, I think they're going to edge them. So again, I got Texas, Clemson, Oregon, Arizona State, and Boise State for the win for this week's college football ash picks. All right, y'all, moving on to our next segment. This segment is brought to you by Bravo Section. Make sure you go to bigbravosection.com. Again, bigbravosection.com to purchase some dope photography. Or if you're in the Miami area, you can book a session with one of the best photographers in the world. If you're not, still book that session. They'll fly you out, take care of your session again at bigbravosection.com. You got a petty thought for us, petty law?
I got a few words from the Black's Law Dictionary. So the first word is mayor, a governmental figure who is generally the principal administrative officer of a city or other municipal area. The position of mayor is essentially a ceremonial figure, while in others he is a mayor exec or an executive official. In some instances, he is primarily elected. In others such as a commission plan, he is selected from within the administrative council to serve as a president, officer, and ceremonial figure. Next word is governor, the chief executive official of state in the U.S. and territories of the U.S., and also of the chief magistrate of some of the colonies and provinces and dependencies of other nations. Governors serve terms ranging from 2 to 4 years, are usually restricted to 2 terms in office, possess veto powers, powers to call special sessions of legislative powers, to pardon and to reprieve, and to many other appointive, administrative, and financial powers. The last word is oath of office. Various declarations of promises made by persons who are about to enter upon the duties of a public office concerning their performance of that office. An oath of office is required by federal and state constitutions, by various statutes, and to be made by a mayor or minor officials. So words from this day are governor, mayor, and oath of office. So if you have any words on the normal words that you would like to know the legal definitions of, I feel as though this is a very important segment where you take words that we see every day and actually understand the legal ramifications behind these terms. So that way you can have a better understanding of how to use these words to better your position in life. So if you have any other words you'd like to look up, it could be a random word, it doesn't matter. And it could be have a legal definition behind it. So that's the beauty about these words. So anytime you feel as though you have a word in mind, just throw it in the chat.
Fire. Make sure y'all throw them words in the chat. I had a word earlier that I forgot to write down. I'm so mad. And I was watching something. I'm like, oh, that's a good word. And it was a regular word, so it wasn't nothing crazy, but it drove to the point of what I'm about to make now. But dope, dope, dope. So on to our next segment, Keep the Lie Live segment.
Keep the lie live.
Keep the Lie Live. So my Keep the Lie Live for this show, for this episode, y'all, it's what is the new agenda? Like, I don't know, for some reason, I don't want to sound like the old guy in a room or whatever the case may be, but like even through music, right? Growing up, it always felt like there was something that they was trying to push, right? Now it's like, what is the new agenda or what they're trying to push? I watched the music video the other day that is so good and is so classic. I don't know if you remember Common's video Testify, where he has Taraji P. Henson before she became, real super famous. He had what's the other brother? He had Wood Harris in there. He had Wood Harris. I always forget Wood Harris' older brother's name, but he always played like a bad guy in movies. Matter of fact, he's in the BMF series. He plays the cop in the BMF series. But in that particular music video, where Common is basically narrating, and then you seen, basically Taraji P. Henson setting up her boyfriend who's standing trial, and she plays the damsel in distress, and oh, my boyfriend would never do this, and da 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 da. But you could see this all in the video, and then come to find out at the end of the video that she done put all this stuff into motion and put him behind bars. But she's playing like, the doting girlfriend that's gonna hold him down to all the way to the end. And at the very end, the cop puts it together. He goes looking for it. Then she like disappears. So it's just to see that type of message in in a video by itself. It's like, what is the new agenda? Because when I watch music videos now, there's no real message in the music video. The entertainment value is ass. Like outside of turning up and having a good time, that's all I get from all music videos. I can't remember the last music video that I've seen in the last 10 years that resonated with me to the point where it's like, yo, that one was, matter of fact, outside of Kendrick Lamar's song where he was changing faces. I thought that was fire. That was fire. But other outside of that, and I'm not even a huge Kendrick Lamar fan, by the way, but I appreciate the message that he had for that video. Um, so I'm saying to myself, what is the new agenda? What is the new message that we try to put out into the world? Because music used to feel like, because music is subjective, that there was a place and space for everything. You had positive music, you had reality music, you had soulful music. So there was always a different palettes of things you could go to and just enjoy your music, right? Now it feels like everything is one thing. Everything is shoot 'em up, bang bang. Everybody's on drugs and everybody's a pimp or a hoe, and it all sounds the same. So what is the real message in music? So that's my keep the lie live for this show. Like, where do we go from here? Because music now, it don't feel big, it don't feel important, it don't feel like there's a moment in time that you had to remember when you listen to the song, because it raised awareness to something that you was thinking about, or it changed your mindset. Like, you was real gun ho on this, but after listening to this song, it kind of changed my mindset on this thing right here. I look at things differently, So it just felt like we had more of a balance at growing up and throughout childhood to now, where we have one thing. What do you think about that, bro?
Niggas ain't hungry no more. You know what I'm saying? The drive to make good music, the hunger to perfect your craft ain't there no more. So it's like, if you don't care about your craft, what makes you think I'm gonna care about it? You know what I'm saying? If you don't put no care into it, why would I care to listen to it? You know what I'm saying? Why would I care to watch your video if you didn't put no thought in emphasis and into your art, and to create, and to create thought, and to create some kind of emotion from the videos? Y'all not doing none of that. So if that's not my fault, that's y'all fault. Step y'all game up. Y'all creatives, right? Raise the bar of creativity. You know what I'm saying? Make me care about your music. Y'all do that, then why would I want to listen to it? Why would I care to listen to it if you don't care about your craft? And it showcases in the artwork, like it showcases in the thought process. There's no thought. I remember back in the days, the music video was everything. That was the most important thing, was the video, so we could see what you're talking about. We hear what you're talking about. Now we want to see it. How you gonna put the words together? What video? How you gonna create the visuals for the video? You know what I'm saying? That
Mm.
was it. That was it all. Now it's just 2 minutes, some garbage. It's not even thought provoking. You don't got no makeup artist. Y'all don't do nothing.
Hmm.
I remember a time when Busta Rhymes videos was lit because you wanted to see what he was gonna do.
Creative on another level.
Nobody has that niche no more. Nobody like everything is just corny. Everybody's just whack. Like, you know what I'm saying? So somebody need to step up the bar so everybody else can step up their bars too. Like, get that creative juices going. And I don't want nobody to be buddy buddy. Nah, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? You want the top crown, how you gonna be mans in them? If y'all want the same crown, how you gonna be friends? There's only one crown. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So get that creative energy going somehow, some way. I don't know how y'all gonna do it. Y'all better figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because this music is going down the drain right now. And it's y'all fault. Y'all getting lazy. Y'all here running your own plays. Oh, I got a better play. It ain't working.
Hmm.
Get back to the draw board. Come up with some creativity, and come out with some good project. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Me personally, when I do an album, I do my artwork first. That's the first thing I do. I don't go in the studio. I do my artwork first. That's the very first thing I do, because everything from the artwork has to dictate my music. It has to feel like a movie when you see the artwork. You know how, like, again, them VHS days, them DVD days, when you seen the poster of the movie, it said everything that it needed to say about that movie. When you look at any classic movie poster, any classic music CD, it's like, damn, That says everything that I expect from this album. Jay-Z Blueprint album. Him sitting there with the blueprints in the background. He's sitting there with the cigar. You know what I'm saying? Again, another Jay-Z album, Hard Knock Life album. Sitting there, Benz, like just the double tantras in that. 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying cover. It told you everything that you needed to know. Movie posters. When you think of New Jersey Drive, you see that poster, you're like, damn, this tells me everything I need to know. What is the message? What are people are trying to say? What are we doing? So it really feels like people really don't care about music. Like even for myself, I find myself in a situation like, damn, I have to motivate myself. I have to motivate myself. And then honestly, when I heard the Drake and Kendrick beef, it kind of motivated me to the point where it was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So because them creative juices be flowing. But it's not about just going into the booth. It's about saying something. It's about telling your truth and being relatable to your truth. Me personally, I grew up with a whole bunch of people around me selling drugs. I ain't never sold no work. So I'm not gonna rap about no work. I'm not gonna do that. That's just me personally. So the authenticity on what I'm talking about is gonna be there. So at the end of the day, I just feel like that is missing. People are just saying things to say it, and there's no real messaging, especially in music videos. Especially, where's the message? Where is the overall agenda of what this thing is supposed to be? So that's my Keep the Lie Live for this episode. Y'all, thank y'all for tapping in. It's been another amazing episode. I appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. Shout out to some of our day ones in the building. Don't forget to tap into the membership portion of the page. Different memberships get different access, and you get a badge. I'm seeing some of the badge holders in the chat as well. Shout out to some of the people that stayed in the chat all night long. Appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. Shout out to some of the sponsors of the show: Bravo Section, Button Snaps, OUV Records. If you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, hit me on Instagram at Ashley Lovechild, or you can hit my brother on his Instagram at
Bravo section _.
So if you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, hit us up on Instagram. Also, don't forget to tap into the Overstand podcast. Why Understand, where you can overstand every Monday at 9:30. So make sure y'all tap in. Uh I feel like I'm missing something else. Oh, don't forget to be on the lookout for my new project, Summer of '08. Still working on it. It's gonna be fire. It's a hot EP, 5 songs. So make sure y'all get ready. But in between time, just type in Ashley Lovechild to wherever you get your music, where music is good. All my music will pop up. Appreciate y'all support. I know my brother got he working on something. Let him know.
Tap into my website, bigbravosection.com.
Make sure y'all tap into bigbravosection.com. Get right. Yo, y'all already know this podcast is on every Sunday and Thursday at 10:30. And we're going to see y'all again. Y'all already know what time it is. It's love. And we'll be back next time, Sunday at 10:30. We out.